Alright, everyone, I am back. Just switching over games. And by that I mean apparently accidentally closing my game. So I'm just doing something a bit different. Well, I was getting a little bit old, so I'm just going to do some casual Doom. I have not done what we are looking at the moment before. I'm going to try and play Doom. Pistol starts, no saving. I have never done this before. And so I am actually anxious to see. I'm going to do Ultraviolence because I'm not good at Nightmare. So I'm going to try Ultraviolence and see how that goes for me. Because I have not tried this. Every time I've played Doom, I have always done it with continuous playing through levels. But I see so many people being like, I'm doing pistol starts, and I'm not saving. And that's always been a thing I never could understand how people manage to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a whirl and see what happens. You're going to be playing Doom 64? I think someday soon I'll play Doom 64 since I have it on Steam now, but I don't know if I'm going to stream it. That might be one of the games I play off stream. Whoops. Might be one of the games I play off stream. Because I think I'm going to play enough Doom, and once I'm done Plutonia, I don't know if I want to do another Mega WOD for Doom Mod Monday. I'm only doing Plutonia because Plutonia is just so well known, and it's one that I haven't played before. Or played forever ago and couldn't remember how to play it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this here. Simply because I've never done it before, and I feel like all this time I've felt like I was like good at Doom. I was like, oh, I'm a good Doom player. I could Doom with the best of them. And then like I can't for the life of me even fathom doing what I'm doing right now. And yet every time I look up a Doom YouTuber or something, they're like, oh yeah, I do you know, pistol starts and everything. I missed it. I do pistol starts, and I can do like Nightmare and get 100% secrets. And I'm over here. Oh, I'm going way too far. I forgot where the actual trigger point was. Actually, might be this stair. Yeah. There it is. Rolls to red, violets are blue, and if they're better, they're not you. Thank you so much, Viv. That means a lot. Okay, so I will save if I think I'm about to finish a level. Okay, so what is the cheat? IDCLEV 22. Yes, it is. Perfect. I know that's how Decino does his pistol starts. Yeah, I could use a little bit of confidence building while I'm doing this run, because I've played a lot of Doom in my life, but I have never tried doing what I do now. Like, this is not how the game was meant to be played. To not keep your stuff from level to level, but that's what I'm going to do. I need to prove my Doom skill to myself. I haven't seen old Doom since it was new when I was young. Well, that's a shame because Doom is still like an actual like popular game online. Like, the modding community loves Doom. They're huge fans. I totally forgot about the secret down there. But no, it's not even that, like, I look at people who are better at the game and go, oh man, I wish I was that good. It's more like they all do it, and I was like, have I been doing it wrong all this time? Is this how you were supposed to play the game, and I've just been doing it wrong? So I figured I would, like, you know, I don't usually play Doom on Wednesdays. I'm usually a Monday Doom guy. So I figured, you know what? While I'm here, Battlegrounds weren't going well for me. And I don't want to do the playthrough I usually do on Mondays because, you know, I left it off and I don't want people to miss anything because it'd be like, but you play it on Mondays. I've already been up here. I don't know what I'm doing. I would usually shotgun this whole freaking thing. But, you know, now I had to use all my resources because I'm not just going to be overloaded on shotgun ammo all the time. They don't go well for everyone right now, I feel you. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm not, like, a great PvPer. I've neglected my PvPing since, like, Burning Crusade. I think on stream, too, I'd probably be doing some other things every now and then, but I try to play with my wife a lot. And we do WoW together, and we do, like, Torghast runs together, and quests and everything together. But she was working tonight, and I usually play WoW on Wednesdays, and I'm like, what? I don't know if I have anything to play, and I don't want to do any of the content her and I usually do together, and then leave her behind for the week. So I guess I'll PvP, and I think the entertainment value of watching me get my butt kicked goes down after a little while. Last time you and I PvP was your birthday in July? Yes, that is true, because, again, I didn't PvP very much. It is a shame how, you know, when I think back to all the PvPing or raiding and everything I used to do, and I just don't have the time for it anymore. And, but don't get me wrong, the reason being that I have a daughter, and that's a good reason to not have time to play. I am very, very enjoying my time as a father, but it does cut slightly into my video game time. Because I'd love to do more PvP and actually, like, get the skill to do it. I've wanted to, like, do Arena just to actually... You should use GZ Doom? I am using GZ Doom. Yeah, I'm using GZ Doom. Now, I don't know, there's all these fancy Doom plugins now. I mean, I don't know if I'm using, like... There's like a GZ Doom Plus or something that I probably don't know about. I don't know what all the Doom YouTubers use either. Sometimes I think they're using vanilla, sometimes I think they're using GZ Doom. Is there something besides GZ Doom that people use? I feel like there's something called Boom that I've seen some Doom YouTubers using lately, or Doom streamers. I don't know what it is. Whoa. Did I kill everything? Got all the secrets. I don't really care if I got all the items. Perfect. We're off to a good start, guys. Oops. Apparently I don't know how to type. Don't worry about it, guys. Well, that was a great start, getting myself shotgun in the face. I was actually kind of afraid of this, that actually, like... See? I was actually kind of afraid of this because, like, early Doom is just full of hit scan enemies. Just full of them. Right? And they're not easy to dodge anything. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Not dealing with pinkies with just a pistol. I'll be here for years trying to get that done. But yeah, when it comes to Doom, WoW, like I do wish I could get more into PvP. I've wanted to do Arena for like the longest time, just to really try it. I've never done a rated battleground, so I would want to get into more PvP content. It's just getting the time to do it. Yeah, I know. So that's why I think, Viv, that like if I wanted to do it, like this might be the best time to do it. Oh, you didn't die from the barrel explosion? Get out of here. But again, it's just, it's got to do with time. Do I have the time to do it? Because it's like raiding in that way, right? Like I have to have a dedicated group. I haven't run an RPG since before I met you. My RPG team disintegrated. That's how I ended up raiding with you and Wad. Oh, well then I can't feel too bad that they disintegrated because you found us. So I'm not going to be that torn up about it. Yeah, loser, I was talking to me, Puppet, a second ago. So one of your friends, right? And that's the thing I do miss about my raids, is because I actually loved bringing in people who hadn't raided before. Because every time I would try to pug somebody or wanted to, like, pug a raid, or being a pug, they'd all be like, must have more gear than what drops out of this dungeon. Link the achievement for Mythic even though we're doing normal, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm just like, friggin', do you have a pulse? Just get in here. Well, I know for a fact that Meat Puppet found you through my found me through your plugs, so, and that's why plugs work. Haha, must have golden halo from God. Okay, gonna pick up. It's dangerous in here. Oh, hello, imps. I see that you were just standing in the doorway waiting to be found. I feel bad for you that that's your life. Ooh, ammo. How many secrets I got? None. I haven't found a single secret yet. I'm just slacking. Luckily, I know there's a whole bunch up here. Yes, no raid experience needed. Don't be a jerk. That's essentially all I cared about. And I like that aspect of my groups, that I could just do that and like give people like yourself that sort of, oh, let's, you know, do some, you want to do a raid but you don't want to pug because pugs kind of suck or the entrance requirements are too high. Well, you know what? Here. Hop in. And I knew full well I was never going to get super far doing that. But, I mean, I hate it when people did it, even if I kind of understand why they do it. Well, no, they don't want it, and the reason why they don't want it. The reason why they just don't want it is because they're like, oh well, if she's in full arena gear, she's not going to be as helpful as someone who isn't. And like again, I understand why they do it, but it's just I don't like doing it. Plugs work. I should plug plugs in other small videos. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to plug me. That's entirely up to you. I appreciate it when you do it, but I never want you to feel like you have to. Frankly, just having people watching me is good enough for me. Because it does suck when you turn on the camera and like nobody's watching you. That kind of sucks. I've played this game on like these levels on like muscle memory now, and I have no idea what actually raises that that path. So I know I did something to raise it, and I don't remember what it was that did it. I pieced out WoW to come hang out. I'd rather be here than be dragged by my ear and 10 keys. Well, I don't want you to get thrown out either. Like, what kind of guild is this? Are they one of those guilds that are like, hey, if you don't do your +10s every week, get out, I don't want you. Okay, good. I didn't want you to get... I didn't want you adversely affected because you were trying to watch my stream. Tell them I've been on the receiving end of your sass, and, that they shouldn't want that. It wasn't even that bad. Your sass was never that bad. And actually, I don't even think you were that sassy with us. And maybe that's probably because how could you sass people when it's like, well, they're actually raiders and I'm not? What could you tell me that I didn't already know? But you weren't that sassy with us. Wait, hold on. I'm not missing a secret? How am I missing a secret? That's part of it? Well, yeah. And that makes sense, right? That you wouldn't sass someone that, what secret did I forget? That that you wouldn't sass somebody that might know more than you, but I also don't know if there was anything that you could really sass us over, because what were we doing that or telling you to do that would warrant any sass? Yes, you were throwing Brewfest bottles, and I was okay with it because, you know what? As long as you were listening, which I believe that you were, then I didn't care. You can throw as many bottles at me as you want. Seriously, what secret did I miss? Oh, never mind. I think I know what it was. You said you had a guild leader to sass. Go sass him. Throw bottles at him. I'm sure he'll find it amusing. Usually my brother's in stream too, and he sasses me, but tonight is wrestling night, so I'm not going to see him tonight. Get everything? Yeah. IDCLEV19. The raid leader gets sassed by the guild leader, who gets sassed by me, the circle of life. Okay, but then who sasses you? That's not a circle then, that's just a hierarchy. In order for it to be a circle, somebody would have to sass you as well. And I don't know who would have the balls to try and sass you. Ow. Shotguns to the face hurt, guys. So really, there is no circle of life. It's... Someone might as well just tell the guild leader at this point he's not actually the guild leader. You are. So, Loser Corner, if you're still listening, how long does it take for you to make one of those Caco Demon things? Oh, there's Jay. Hi, Jay. Yeah, my WoW stream was a bust, so... So I figured I'll just play some Doom. And I didn't want to play Plutonia because people who were watching me play Plutonia would then miss me playing Plutonia. So I figured I'd do something a little different. I'm going to play Doom 1, but I'm actually doing pistol starts and no saving. And I'm going to see just how well it goes. A bust? Well, it's a bust in the sense of without... Oh, jeez, I'm not making it right now. I didn't have Sam to play with because she was working tonight. And that left me with, like... And I don't want to do a lot of any of that content we do weekly without her. So that unfortunately left me with, like, only PvP content. And I'm not good at PvP. And I don't think people were amused that much watching me suck at PvP. Please don't kill me. Thank you. 6 to 9 minutes to make a Caco. Now that's just the forming part, right? That's not how long it takes to paint and like get them all perfectly ready. Like if but no, if I had Sam to play with, I think the stream wouldn't have been nearly as, you know, a bust. Because it's probably a bit more entertaining watching me, you know, bounce off of her and, you know, actually do some world content. Well, I mean, I would really appreciate it. It's probably one of the reasons why I messaged you. I was like, I am atrocious at this PvP thing, and I need somebody who isn't atrocious. To help carry my sorry butt. Why aren't you killing Viv? Chain gun! Ah. Okay, I think I'm getting in a better situation this level now. This one was actually a little bit of a challenge so far. Gonna get loaded up, gonna get health up. Whoop. Well, why aren't you killing was something I think I had to say to you once when we were doing a raid. I'm like, Viv, what are you doing? I said kill the ad, Viv, not what you're doing over there right now. I have no idea what you're doing. Which is something I have to question. How could you stand bad? You're a PvPer. They have bad things too that you don't step in, so how did you step in PvE bad? You also suck at PvP? But you're talking about like Doom PvP, right? Loser Corner? Or is there other multiplayer games that you're talking about that you suck at? Or feel that you suck at, anyway? Okay, so I think I'm in a better situation to go grab this stuff. You zoned out? You just, like, glazed over? Yeah, but were you glazing over because the fight was bad or unfun, or there's just something about fighting AI as opposed to real people that makes you just go, boring. Doom PvP? Okay. I can't speak to my Doom PvP skills either. Something about wiping on Kilrog for 3 months. That was a hard fight, okay? We were doing our best. And the sad thing was they were doing their best. I was a raid lead for multiple expansions, and only once did we defeat the final boss while it was current. Once. Yeah, I know my raid composition wasn't great, but again, it was one of those things where I was like, I could try to only get... Oops. I could try to only get the optimal, you know, group. But then I'd be telling people that I wanted to play with, hey, you have to be this... Yeah, you know what, that's fine. I don't need the rest of it. Yeah, we were just excited to have somebody who was going to play with us regularly. The problem was when we were trying to pug people, you know, it's not like you could ever have that pug with you again. And that always brings up a further issue then. Where even if, let's say, you do well with that pug, there's no guarantee they'll play with you again. Or will be available the next time you play. Go away. Yeah, and when he was yelling, I got rid of him. As simple as that. 4? Yeah. So, but pugging is always a bit of a sore spot, right? Because you want to have somebody who will play consistently with you, because obviously getting a consistent group for any video game PvPing or strategy stuff is a lot easier than having randoms all the time. But that's where the problem with pugging. So since I had someone who A, was a melee, which I needed, but B, someone who was willing to continue pugging with us and grouping with us, that it was an exciting thing, because it was like, okay, she's not in the guild, but at least I have somebody who's consistent. I will fist these guys if that's what it takes. I will use my superior fisting skills. Yeah, and white patience is exactly what I needed, especially with my guild. Misfits that they were. I loved my guild to death, but my god, we were just a group of misfits. And that was something we carried with us in our entire existence. Every server we were on, we were like, oh, is that weird group of people? And we were like, yes, we are. But there were people that had fun pugging with us or grouping or being in my guild, and that's all I cared about. So. You described to a PvP friend as beer league rating? I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. So, as we get into some of these later levels, like, I have to be a tiny bit more careful. Because, again, the game assumes that I'm not pistol starting. Bow the barrel! There we go. So, the ammo's not as abundant. So, I have to be a bit more careful now with what I'm doing. Loser, so you said you're still level 2. I don't even know Doom PvP. It has levels? This is like Call of Duty in that way? Get the barrel. There we go. Okay, got my key. Oh, I'm blowing that barrel up. There we go. I have a feeling this first episode is going to be mostly pistols. If I'm doing pistol starts. Because they're kind of just like, nobody's pistol starting in this game. What are you talking about? Fisting time! Punch, 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 punch. Eh. So what are you in a raid guild now, Viv? Or is it a PvP guild? Because you said them dragging you by your ear to do plus 10s, and that doesn't sound like PvP guild then. Or maybe that is what PvP guilds do now. I don't know. Totally forgot there were secrets down here for a second. I don't know why. Now that would have sucked if I'd missed that, because I used to miss that when I was younger. Somehow. And you can't bring it back down, so if you screw it up, it's screwed up. And there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I might have backed myself into a corner here. Whoa. There's a core group of people that don't suck PvP at PvP, but it's mostly PvE. I was slated to be part of the 3-night-a-week raid this patch, but things in my IRL didn't work out. There's people around that run 20 keys that want to carry me in 10s. I'm surprised you joined that guild then, considering how PvP heavy you usually are. But then again, you said PvP is a little bit whack this expansion so far, so I guess it would also make sense if you didn't want to be part of a group like that. But again, the fact they're willing to carry you is nice. A lot of groups with people, guilds with people who are running plus 20s, tend to be a little more hard-ass about things. It may not have been okay with you just like dicking around on, you know, doing PvP and whatever, and not doing your plus 10s. Play a lot of off-server PvP, so it doesn't matter what I'm up to on server. Okay, I guess. How the heck, after all this time, am I still forgetting where secrets are? I am being quite the doofus. It's frickin' E1. I should have this memorized by now. Okay, no, that's the elevator switch. That's not helpful. It was right frickin' there. Ugh. God, I'm done. There's actually a bunch of us that have PvP together since I started playing that are in the guild. Another 20 key raid healer wants me to teach him to arena. Well, I mean, go ahead and do it. If you want to. It's always more fun to have people to PvP with, right? And again, there are people that want to try something a bit different and do the arena thing. I am somebody who loves the idea of playing a game and getting as much of the content done as possible, you know? As many achievements, skins, and whatever I can get my hands on. But I can't do that if I don't arena, so... Why can I not get this right on the first try? There we go. Well, I guess that's one way for me to feel better about it. Well, I can't screw up her rating because she doesn't have one. So, my failures will feel less like failures. You had 12 kills and 14 deaths. Well, that was almost 1 for 1, which isn't bad. When I used to try and play... I used to try and play a lot of Modern Warfare 2 with my brother. And frankly, if I had a game that was almost I got killed as much as I killed, I consider that a win. I consider this a complete win, you know? At least I wasn't dragging the team down with a negative ratio. Because I knew full well I was never going to be one of those people that could, like, pull off these huge kill-death ratios. It also depends on what class you are. My rogue, with all of its gear and PvP skill, I have 3 KBS and 6. That's quite a lot. But I'm a rogue, so that doesn't give me much hope. Your team lost? Well, that's when you say, mission failed. We'll get him next time. Because you'll get them next time. As long as you believe that you will get them next time, you'll get them next time. Well, that was dumb of me. That was extremely dumb of me. That was a waste of health. In all the BGs I've done this expansion, think I've gotten, like, a killing blow. Because I am a rogue, and I'm an assassination rogue on top of that, which means I'm probably not doing near the amount of DPS that's needed to really be effective in terms of killing things. So I made it my personal mission to just piss off the enemy alliance. That's all I do. I stop caps and then die. But then I'll be back later and I'll stop another cap. Or like people are running towards a flag, I'll slow them. I'll just run in and fans and knives them so they all get crippling poison. I didn't promptly die, but hey, I got the crippling poison off. I can never kill the healer I'm chasing, but I certainly can bug them. I can never, like, damage enough to stop their healing. And I can only kick once every often, right? I swear that all their heals just go off regardless of how much I'm kicking. This had better be deathless. It's already too late. I got myself cornered at one point and I died. It can't be deathless, Jay. However, there's only one death. And considering that I've never pistol started the game before, I'd be proud if all I had was one death. But then again, who we killing? You're kidding. This is going to be... You know, if I try to do all 4 episodes, if you think I'm going to be able to get through Thy Flesh Consumed and not die, that's just going to be insanity. That's not happening. I'm not even going to kid myself. I don't know why I was doing that. God, I'm moving too fast. I'm actually not triggering the secrets. I need to slow down. I just need to chill out. Okay, so that's... Is it this one, then? I was gonna say, one of these is a secret. Okay. So I think I'm good to go through here. They get their mana back when they die. It's best not to kill them. Well, I guess. My whole problem when I do BGs is I just can't get over how uncoordinated other Horde players are being. Like, even like the battlegrounds I was doing today, I get into Eye of the Storm, which was my first problem. That I was in Eye of the Storm. So we're in Eye of the Storm. And then a bunch of my team just goes mid. Which is already a bad idea. Right? And then they lose the flag anyway. And then when the guy takes off with the flag, do they go capture a tower? No. They sit around middle and wait for the flag. And then they still lost the flag. I'm just like, guys, if they're killing us in the mid, because there's that many people defending the flag, just leave. Go get a tower. You're not going to be able... If you can't beat them yet... If you can't beat them now... What makes you think you're going to beat them the second time? There's a tried and true strat for every BG. We assume that everyone knows that strat, and a lot of new blood is around that does the dumb. You know, you need roughly half the team in mid, but you need the other half of the team pushing DR or MT. Exactly. But even then, it's kind of like, well, if you can't beat them in mid, change it up. Do something a bit different. Right? But, my God, it's like... The goggles, they do nothing. I hate the GC Tomb goggles. They are actually the worst. I got everything, looks like it. Striving to get it on the first try. IDC LEV 16. No, IDC L. Oh, IDC LEV 16. There we go. And technically, the goggles were doing something. Whoa. And technically, the goggles were doing something. They just weren't doing anything good. Who just shot at me? But yeah, and then that's just the half of it anyway. You know, like, I'll be doing a Rathri Basin. And, you know, like, I can't count how many times we've had, like, 50 people go on the farm because they zerged the farm. I'm like, if they're zerging the farm, let them have it. Go somewhere else. Because if they're all at the farm, that means they're nowhere else. This can't only be something I know. I don't PvP, but I know this to be true. I understand why people don't like playing with randoms when they play video games that require groups. Randoms are just... they're crazy. Well, if we're constantly fighting on the farm, why, you know, like, why wouldn't I let them have it? Because while they were all going to the farm, you could have got two things. Don't come in here, Viv, with your facts and logic, okay? Let me vent about terrible BGers. Viv, I literally just told you, don't come in here with your facts and logic, okay? Don't. But even if I was wrong, I think I'm still more right than what they were doing. I'm Hypney. Yeah, that door's not open yet, so I'm not going to grab that yet. Get the... there we go. I was like, get the barrel, goddammit! I don't need any of those yet. Okay. That was a terrible shot. I don't know what I was firing at. It was terrible for everybody involved. I don't know. I do want to play more, but unfortunately I'm not exactly made out of time anymore. And now usually when I be playing video games, I'll be streaming, so I can't just, you know, do the same thing over and over again. Especially when I'm not good at it. I find people only tolerate watching somebody stream the same game constantly if it's something that they're, like, really good at. Right? And since I'm, like, not really good at anything, I feel I need to switch it up to keep people entertained. Well, the problem is if there's off-stream time, I'm usually not playing games. Is the biggest issue. This is the wrong way. I'm trying to go this way. Because again, if I'm off-stream, I'm either working. I'm either working or I'm doing housework or looking after my daughter. And I want to look after my daughter. She's fun. We literally spent 10 minutes tonight before bed screaming at the mirror. I don't know why we were doing it, but she was into it. So we literally just stared at the mirror and we were going, ah! And then she'd look at me in the mirror and she'd go, ah! So I just did that for like 10 minutes. And it was super cute. I don't know why she was doing it. I'm guessing she was imitating me doing it. Oh, and she is very cute. She is a adorable little girl. She is very silly and very smart at the same time. I'd show pictures, but I'm not going to show pictures of my daughter on stream. I don't want to be one of those streamers. I'm not pimping out my child for views. But no, she's adorable, and like I said, she's really smart too. I know a lot of people say that about their kid, but I mean, like, she's smart in the sense of I've seen her do some very cool things I don't usually see a younger kid doing. Like, you know, she was a little over a year old, and she already knew that crayons were like, they go on paper and not just on walls and stuff, right? She would pick up a pen and go over to a piece of paper to write on it. You know, and we once gave her we bought a Peppa Pig loofah because she loves Peppa Pig. Much to my detriment, she loves Peppa Pig. And we got a Peppa Pig loofah, and we gave it to her in the bath one day. And she looked at it, smiled, and looked up at the other loofahs that were in the shower that we had never used on her. So we'd never done that or used those on her, and she was like okay with that for some reason, and she looked up and she just smiled at it. So she knew that this loofah was the same as those things up there. So she's got this association ability that is really cool for somebody her age. But she is still a baby, and one time I went to daycare to pick her up, and I walk in and she just straight up has a bucket on her head. And I don't mean like she's wearing it like a hat, right? Like she's got it like resting like right here. This bucket is straight just over her head. And even more nerve-wracking about that, and even more nerve-wracking about that, she started running around like that with the bucket on her head. Now, luckily, there's teachers there, and they caught her and were like, "Emily, that is extremely dumb what you were doing." Like, she could have dead-ass ran into a table or something. So, I mean, like, I look at my daughter and some of the stuff she goes, and I'm like, she's so smart. And then, but then other days, bucket on head running around. Like, and that's when you remember, oh, right, she's still a child, and kids are really freaking stupid. But you forget, right? You forget when they do something really smart. You're just like, oh, she's so smart. And then it's like, I forgot how foolish children were. But yeah, so I mean, but I enjoy hanging out with my daughter. I love hanging out with my daughter. But that does mean I don't have a lot of time to play off stream, right? And when I do, I like to play with my wife. So now my wife is actually no longer on vacation. So like, not this weekend, but like next weekend, I might have more time to myself. Like when the baby goes down for a nap, I might be able to play some. I might be able to do some PvP with you, Viv. We'll see. Okay, so I actually got all the secrets, so I can just go. You went for a swim in an icy puddle when you were 7. Seemed like a great idea at the time. Well, that's just it, isn't it? Hang on. Why isn't that opening? Did I just break the level? Okay, there we go. You were old enough to know better, but still a dumb fool because you were a kid? Well, exactly. That's the logic of a child, right? You're just like, it still seems like a fun idea, so I did it. See, also, teenage guys. whose motto was also something along the lines of, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And that's when you get guys doing dumb things like jumping over campfires and trying to ramp their dirt bikes off of things. And frankly, if you look at an episode of like America's Funniest Home Videos, it's really mostly guys doing dumb things. Okay, I'm gonna get stuck. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Okay, I might have enough armor to get myself through this. Okay, my armor's starting to go down. I gotta get it. Well, I just brute force that by simply having armor. And you, sir, are stuck. I got hooked on a fence by the ass of my pants when I was about 15. See, and I know you're not a teenage boy at that time, but you know what? That is a very teenage boy thing to do. I don't care about the items. Alright, guys. It's about that time. I want to thank everybody who came in and watched. Viv, I much appreciate having you here. I always enjoy your company. Loser Corner, thanks for watching as always. Much appreciated. But it's about that time, so I'm gonna head off for the night, and I will be back later on in the week. Might play some Control tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, I'll hit you up maybe a couple weekends from now. I'll have some time. Alright. Good night, everyone. And thanks for watching. Look at Indian Screen. Because I put effort into this over. See it? Look at all this effort.